Let this beautiful face remind you, the Eagles are going to the Super Bowl. Dallas still stinks. Yo, by the way, King Dingbat here, and welcome to Victory Monday, where the Philadelphia Eagles are going to the Super Bowl. That's right, we are going to the Super Bowl, and we're going to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Andy Reid, we owe you a few. We owe you a few after you lost us all them championship games and a Super Bowl. We're coming, buddy. We're coming for you. But first, before we get to the Kansas City Eagles Super Bowl, we got to enjoy this moment because the Eagles are conference champions. We've been the best team all year long, and that's going to continue right into the final game of the year. Now, if you're new to the channel and you like the content, make sure you hit that like button. More importantly, make sure you subscribe to the most censored, most throttled, Eagles content creator in all of the internet. And that's the truth. I just don't say it. It's facts. And if you've been subscribed for a while, just double check. Double moonwalk check. Make sure YouTube hasn't done any good shenanigans as of late, and you're all good to go. Now, I'm just going to jump right into this, right? Because I got to tell you, I didn't sleep the night before the game. I didn't sleep the night after the game. I was so pumped up. I was watching every Eagle thing I possibly could watch. I think I've watched every Eagles content creator on YouTube, even people I didn't even know existed. I watched everything the Eagles put out, NBC, Sports Philly, everything. I watched everything. I could not get enough, could not sleep. I am so excited, so proud of this team. And I really think that this is a team that has a great chance to win a Super Bowl. Now, the Kansas City Chiefs are going to be tough. This isn't going to be a blowout. This isn't going to be the Eagles, this is over by the third quarter or anything like that. This is going to come down to late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a great game. But I got to tell you, I like the Eagles' defense. I like their chances against the Kansas City Chiefs. I think the Chiefs don't do one of the things the Eagles kind of has struggled a little bit with very well, and that's run the ball. I think it matches up perfectly with the Eagles. But we're going to get into all that. I mean, we got 2 weeks. We got a lot of storylines. We got the Kelsey brothers storyline. That's absolutely fantastic. The one I'm really interested in, Andy Reid versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Because, I mean, Andy Reid, one of the great coaches of all time. I love Andy Reid. I would root for him in any other circumstance other than this. Okay? But I feel like I want to give it to him. I want to give him a little stuff because we lost all those championship games with him. We didn't win a Super Bowl with him. I don't want him to get number 2 on us. I want to get number 2 on him. I feel like that's only fair. It's only fair. And after this is done, after the season's over and the Eagles are world champions and we're all celebrating, how are people going to look at this team? That's the question that I'm wondering. How is this team going to be looked at? Because I think this team has the potential to be considered, or should be considered, maybe one of the great teams of all time. You're going, oh, come on, man, how can you possibly say that? I mean, people talk so much about we didn't play anybody, we haven't beaten anybody, we haven't done anything, yet we've done everything we were supposed to do. Every team we've played, we pretty much whipped them, beat them bad, and if this team goes in there and beats Patrick Mahomes, who probably will be the MVP, which is a bad omen for him because usually the player that wins the MVP doesn't win the Super Bowl. So let him win it. He can have it, okay? But if we go and we beat Patrick Mahomes and we beat Andy Reid in the Super Bowl for number 2, I think you got to look at this team with a lot more respect than the pundits have. Okay, because even in the game yesterday versus San Francisco 49ers, I mean, let's be truthful, Eagle fans, seriously. Let's be truthful. And I'm not trying to rant here, but I got to get this off my chest. We've gone all year long, every single week, hearing you didn't beat anybody, you're not playing anybody, you can't do anything. Then you get to the playoffs, oh, you beat the Giants. The Giants stink, they're horrible, yet they go in, they beat Minnesota. Everybody's making a great big deal about how good the Giants look. The Giants are going to give the Eagles problems. I even thought it was going to be a tougher game. The Eagles, they just destroy the Giants. Then they play the 49ers. They knock out Purdy. I feel bad for him. I think his injury is going to be like 6 months long. Horrible injury for him. But his injury came at the hands of Haason Reddick. Okay? The Eagles brought the intensity. They brought the pain. And they did old school Buddy Ryan. Hit the young quarterback early. Knock him around. See what happens. And you saw what happens. I don't look at Purdy and the Niners injury, that injury. I don't look at it and go, oh, well, they played their third string backup quarterback. This was a kid that they won 12 straight games with. He was Brocky. They called him Brocky. He ain't Brocky. It's Glass Joe. Glass Joe from Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Okay? Yeah, the Eagles destroyed the 49ers. Okay? I'm talking about physically destroyed them. They destroyed Purdy. They destroyed Johnson. They destroyed their quarterbacks. The Eagles brought the physicality and the pain. And they physically, not play by play or getting more yards or all that, they physically beat the 49ers into submission. Okay? They found another way to win. Okay? And Haason Reddick, 16 sacks during the regular season this year. Not a mention of Defensive Player of the Year. How is that possible? I'm telling you right now, Haason Reddick has been the MVP of the playoffs so far. He is dominating. He's something, man. He's something. He's got to go down as one of the best free agent signings the Eagles have ever had because he's impactful. Okay. I absolutely love the guy. I think it's a great signing. I think he's going to have a monster Super Bowl. And I might even put a few dollars on him if I can for a Super Bowl MVP. Why not? If he goes out and he has 3.5 sacks, knocks Patrick Mahomes out of the game or just something like that, you never know. You never know how it's going to go. But when you look at this team, overall, the whole year, we're doubted, we're looked down upon, we're told that we're not that good, we're just happen to be circumstance. If you go in the Super Bowl and you beat the crap out of the Kansas City Chiefs, you just win the game. If you win that game, I don't think anybody can say anything to you. I don't think anybody can say anything. I think you got to look at the Eagles as one of the most dominating teams we have seen in recent years from week 1 through the Super Bowl. But they got to finish it off. Obviously, they got to finish it off. And this is going to be a different type of game. The Kansas City Chiefs will be able to move the ball. I believe Mahomes will be able to move the ball. And you're going to have to score points. Jalen Hurts is going to have to be at his best. I know Hurts didn't have his best passing game of the year yesterday, right? He didn't have his best game. No doubt about it. However, look at what he did do. He was able to make and get drives, get points when they needed to, right? They went up 14-7 late in the second quarter. They get the ball back. He was able to get a drive, score again, so you go in a half 21-7. He was able to control the line of scrimmage with the offensive line, with the running game. They got it going. He started running the ball. I think Jalen Hurts played a good game. It wasn't his best game, especially through the air. However, 49ers have a pretty good defense. You got to give them credit. But Jalen Hurts didn't do anything stupid, didn't commit any turnovers. He did what he had to do. I thought he was good enough. I expect Jalen Hurts to go into the Super Bowl and have his best game of his career. I really do. I think he's going to have the best game of his professional career versus the Kansas City Chiefs. I think he's going to be ready. I think this kid is a big game player. I think he's made for big games, big moments, and he's going to feast on this. I think Devontae Smith is going to have a monster game as well. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun, no doubt about it. But the Eagles, we have been overlooked. We have been underappreciated. We're dismissed all the time as we haven't done this, we haven't done that. Easy path to the Super Bowl. All that stuff is a bunch of crap. It don't mean nothing. All that matters is the Eagles close us out on the Kansas City Chiefs, And there's things that we're going to have to watch out for. Landon Dickerson, he's got the elbow injury, right? How bad is that? Will that affect him in this game? I think he'll be good to go. I think by the time it comes, he'll be able to play. Lane Johnson, he's playing on an injury. How is this guy play the way he's able to play, especially like against Bosa yesterday, and shut him down? He shut Bosa down. Shut him down. Okay? And the guy's injured. Barely can move. And he's playing absolutely fantastic. And then Jalen Hurts with his shoulder. He's going to have 2 weeks to recover. Will his shoulder be in better condition when they play in the Super Bowl than maybe it was yesterday? I think Jalen Hurts is a little more hurt than they let on, obviously, but I don't think he wants to talk about it. I don't think he wants to bring it up. I don't think he wants to use it as an excuse. But in 2 weeks, hopefully, he'll be ready to go. He'll be ready to go. So it's going to be interesting. I don't know if you guys have paid any attention to the point spread, but yesterday when the Chiefs won, the spread started as Chiefs 2.5. And then like 15 minutes later, it went to like a pick'em. Then it went to 1 point, and then it went to Eagles 2.5. And right now today, the Eagles are favored to beat the Chiefs by 2 points. I absolutely love it. I'm taking the Eagles on the money line, big. If I bet. I'm a little superstitious sometimes about betting the Eagles. I don't want to jinx it, so I may just stay back or stay away from betting. Maybe just do some prop bets or something. We'll see. But the Eagles have had a tremendous year. They have tremendous players. There's going to be a lot of stuff to talk about in the offseason. I see that the salary cap is going up like $16.5 million, something like that. Not a huge jump, but the Eagles and Howie, they'll have a plan. We'll have all that to discuss. In the meantime, the Eagles are NFC Conference champions. I think they're a very underrated team when you look back on not only Eagles teams, but teams in history, because the Eagles beat and dominated everybody so bad that everybody assumes it's an easy schedule, it's this, it's that, when in fact, they just may be that good. And that's the way it is. This is going to be a crazy Super Bowl. And I really like our defense, and I like our chances against Kansas City and Andy Reid. But I no doubt about it, I want Andy Reid. I want him bad. I want Andy Reid bad. Pause. You know what I mean? I do. I do not want Andy Reid getting his second ring on us. I want us to get it on him. I feel like it's only fair after everything we went through. With that said, take care. Talk to you later, of course. Don't be a dingbat. Remember, it's how we vision. We're all just living in it. I'm not gonna lie. I've been enjoying the last 24 hours a lot. I have. Pinky up when you drink. I've been enjoying it a lot because we've come a long way. What a season this has been. From the all-season, getting Haason Reddick, trading for A.J. Brown, now to the chance to go into a Super Bowl. You realize we have a chance to end this thing, not only with getting a ring, but beating Andy Reid, a coach who is the most winningest coach in franchise history. Getting number 2 on him, I don't know how it ends any better than that. The Eagles, they're going to get this done. I feel really, really good about this Super Bowl. There's a Washington out.